$9.39. You know you like to see that sucker.
Yeah, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Is that from the match?
That's from the match. I bet $4 in the car 2 minutes before the. I put $70 in yesterday into that account, and then sure enough, got shit on the entire day yesterday because Dallas
What'd you
Cowboys
bet?
just ruined me.
Come, bro. You're the one that told me not to ever bet on them. So like, come on, bro. Can't be betting on those bums. They got straight smoke. They got the worst coaching staff maybe in the league, potentially in the league. So
I think Mike McCarthy gets fired definitely soon.
that bro needs to get fired, bro. That's he. If I was betting on them, I would have been so mad. And Kellen Moore sucks calling plays. Like they got the worst coaching staff. I used to think maybe him and Aaron Rodgers, it was a rift there, so that's why he wasn't a good coach. But nah, bro, actually is a trash ass coach. So
All right, so this is my. We talked earlier about it, and just a second ago. So this is what I have for tomorrow, or Sunday. It's a ten
yeah,
teamer. It's ten
yep,
bucks to win 675. All right, you ready for this one?
yes sir.
All right, I got Raiders outright against the Falcons. Straight
All
bet.
right,
Then straight up on the Browns to beat the Jaguars.
okay,
Then I have the Titans at +3 against the Colts.
okay.
It's a tougher one. Then I have the
Yeah.
Dolphins beating the Jets straight up.
All right, these all sound good.
Okay. Then I have the Rams straight up beating the 49ers.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Okay. Then I have the Chiefs straight up beating the Bucks.
Okay, I'm just waiting for the part. I'm like, what type of crack is this bro smoking? Good, that sounds good.
Seahawks -5.5 versus the Eagles.
Okay, that's not bad.
The Saints straight up versus the Broncos.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
The Bills straight up against the Chargers.
Okay, that might be tough. They'll still win, but yeah.
And then the Vikings straight up against the Panthers, and Christian McCaffrey is out, so nothing too crazy. It's almost all favorites. Besides, I took only two spreads. I took that Seattle Seahawks spread, and I took the Tennessee Titans spread.
So that was it.
Yeah.
Nothing crazy. I thought you were about to just tell me like you were about to pick like I don't know like the Jets to win by like 20 or something crazy like that. Okay, this sounds possible, even though it's hella hard because you need like all the teams to come out and play well and no true upset. But
It's true, but I don't know. I like that one. I don't know. It's a different one, I think.
yeah, I might take that one. You might have inspired me. You just inspired me.
I'll send
I'm
it to
actually
you.
thinking about taking that one.
I'll send it
Ah,
to you. I mean, who knows? I mean, $10 wins 675. So damn, if I had $100, like shit, you know how that would be.
exactly. And you almost ate off Amari Cooper yesterday. I was
Oh
rooting
my
for you. That
gosh,
shit
are
was
you
crazy.
kidding me? That one penalty. It was like end of the second quarter when he was going to the end zone, and that guy
Yeah,
grabbed
yeah, yeah.
onto him. I could have
That
had
was the
150
one.
in the first half.
Yeah, that was the one. I knew that was the one too. I was like, shit. When that didn't happen, I was like, it might not happen. But Andy Dalton and like I said, their coach and their play calls were so bad, it didn't even matter. So
Dude, all right, let me ask you this. So, you know the song Child's Play? You know the song.
come on, bro. Yeah, of course I
Okay,
know
so
that song, bro.
you ever heard the beginning of it where when he's singing, like not before he starts to sing, he's like talking about it's like if your girl ever goes to the basketball game, to the opening season game, you know she's sleeping with a couple bros on that team.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was listening to that today, and I was sitting there going, "Yo, this shit's hard." Like, all right, that's how it started, and then all of a sudden they get into it, and I was like, And then I just watched the music video, and it's Drake and I don't know who the girl was in the music video, but
Yeah, I don't know either.
but or OG, can you check out who the girl was in the Child's Play Drake music video?
the the crazy thing about that video, I never realized how nice the Cheesecake Factory bathrooms were. And then I like watched that video, and then I went inside the Cheesecake Factory's bathroom one time, and I was like, "This shit is nice." I was like, "Okay, I see. This shit is nice."
Did you go?
So,
Okay, but
but
did you go? Did you only go just because of Drake?
no. I was just going because I was
Tyra
just
Banks?
hungry.
He says Tyra Banks. I thought it was Tyra Banks. All right.
Uh,
All right. So Tyra Banks. I thought it was.
Yeah,
she's been kind of in and out of like the political view in a while.
she got to be old now, bro. She got to be old. She has to.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, she got to be like in her 50s almost now, right? Or late
yeah.
40s.
100%, 100%. She got to be in the 50s.
I don't know. I was listening to some Drake songs today. I was cruising up north from my parents' place, or I was cruising east, I guess. What is she? She was born in '73.
Yeah,
Shit.
well, she's not 50. She's damn near 50, though. I'm gonna round up and give her the 50 piece. So, you
Might
know
as
how that
well.
go.
But no, I was sitting there driving around today listening to Drake, and I'm sitting there going, yeah, all right, shit. And then all of a sudden, Mob Ties came on. I was like, okay.
Huh?
Rolled the windows down a
Yeah,
little bit more. I'm taking like little videos with my phone. I wasn't in the Mercedes today, but I was like in the Denali. I was like, yeah, uh.
yeah, I seen you trying to flex the other day on all your hoes or something. My man's like, yo, you know, you always driving in style. I'm like, okay, this bro trying to flex. I'm like, I know I'm not the only person to get this shit. Okay, go ahead, King.
you
Go
know,
ahead, talk your shit. You know what I'm
like
saying?
you're on
I
like
guess
it's
he's
funny
supposed
on
to
Snapchat.
flex.
You're on the top of the list, right? You're on like Chris Bruce, and then it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 chicks in a row, and I'm like, and then I'm like, all right, I'll
You
send a
didn't
little bit
even
of
mean to
Jacob
send that
too.
to me.
What?
I said you didn't even mean to send it to me. You only meant to send it to your hoes.
No. It had to be like a little extra, like, so you see it and you go, yeah, all right, like he knows what's up.
Yeah, like, oh wow, I know Kyle owns this Benz. It's not his parents at all.
No, never. It's my car. It's my car at home. It's my car at home. All right. So today I wanted to splash into this money market that you've found. I feel like you're the first one of around us that have found it. Obviously, when we're sitting in the times of COVID in the very beginning, we are sitting there doing stock market, going, "Hey, let's bet on something like this." Then sports came back, and we're sitting there going, "Let's bet on sports." And then you started to bring up, what is it? About 3 weeks ago, or about a month ago, you started bringing up cards, and then the other day I sent you a uh, Derek Jeter card, and I go, yeah, what do you think about this? How much you think this is gonna be? You're looking at
Yeah.
me, or like you respond back. I'm surprised you responded back. All of a sudden you go, that shit is $5.
Yeah, no, I decided to look it up because I knew it wasn't worth anything because I didn't think it was a rookie card or anything special. But I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do him a solid. That shit said like $3 on eBay, so I was like, well, you might as well keep that. So I was like, do you have 30 of them? So yeah, um, but yeah, I actually got into like sports cards probably like 3 weeks ago. I don't even know how. I think I was listening to a podcast. I read an article and I realized like, hey, this is like a great hobby and not only like a hobby but also an investment at the same time. So to be honest, I'm not trying to make like a bunch of money from it. Rather, I'm trying to level up my sports cards and like just get different players and really get into it. So it's cool. I mean, I honestly bought 10 cards since then. I don't have any crazy card or anything like that, but I'm adding to my collection. And yeah, we'll see what I get next. I'm looking to get something really nice next, so we'll see.
Okay, so what kind of cards have you gotten so far?
So I basically got a bunch of like rookie cards, right? From NFL players and NBA players. So I have some young receivers like AJ Brown and Deontay Johnson. Then I have Aaron Donald rookie card, and then for basketball I have Embiid rookie card and a few other people. So I did make a mistake though, and I did buy a couple cards that were pretty worthless, which obviously sucks, but it's just part of the experience and learning. So
Okay, so what is the name of the cards that you try to stay towards? You were telling me about it before. It was like Vantage something, right?
yeah, so basically I try to buy like Panini Prisms because they're like the premium rookie cards that normally like keep their value and people like. There's different variations of the Prism, but I normally just get the base card and they keep their value. So I just buy a bunch of Panini Prisms. They're a little more expensive than you would think a piece of cardboard would cost for sure. Like I spent $100 on the Embiid, and that card wasn't like anything super crazy. But yeah, it's cool. There's a bunch of different cards you can get too, but I don't know. I watched a couple videos and I just decided to buy prisms.
All right,
I
well,
might
listen to this
branch out
one.
to
So
other cards.
you said
So
Panini Prism, correct?
yeah,
OG, are you able to turn my volume on my headphones of myself down a little bit? Sorry, it's all figuring out basis right now. We're still good.
no,
Panini
you're good.
Prism. I think his voice got a little louder, so if we can go back down just a tiny bit. So Panini Prism, it was a 2019-2020. It's an investor lot of 23 of them, and it's Zion Williamson. Guess how much that shit's going for on eBay?
Probably. I don't know. Maybe like 2K.
Dog, more. Like times that by like 8.
16K.
Okay, and then times that by a lot more. $75,000 plus $50 for shipping.
Jesus Christ, that seems excessive, but it also depends. If it depends which prism. Maybe it could be the base prism, and I'm sure it's like a PSA 10, which means it's like in mint condition and like really really nice. So that sounds ridiculous, but you'd be surprised. You could find a Luca card. I seen someone listing a Luca card for like $3,500. So it makes
What?
sense.
No way.
Yeah, bro. This is like it's a niche market, man. It's like literally insane. I don't even know why people really like these cards and what value it adds to someone's life. But apparently people like them enough to spend this much. Like I was just watching a video the other day and someone paid like 20K for a Connor McDavid rookie card. I was like, what the like does this card talk to you? Is it like a hologram or some shit? So it's crazy, bro.
All right, so how much you think like a Michael Jordan 1990 or how much how much a Michael Jordan rookie card would go for?
It depends like which type of rookie card, but I think like his Fleer rookie card is like hell expensive. Like I want to say like 80K. I'm not 100% sure. It's super expensive though, depending on the condition and a few other factors. But it's expensive. Like you would cash out if you had a Michael Jordan rookie card, 100%.
Okay, so what I found here was it's a 1986 Star Court King number 18 Michael Jordan rookie card. Um, let's see, what is this? How do I? Why does the screen look like shit? It's a, it, this. There's no way. It says $600,000.
Yeah, yeah, bro. I'm telling you, it's disgusting, bro. It it doesn't make any sense. I couldn't imagine someone paying that much for a fucking car, but apparently there's people out here, and it's just, I guess, because I don't know. I couldn't even tell you. Like even nostalgia, I wouldn't. I don't even know why. Like it doesn't make sense, but people do it. I guess to say they have it. I don't know who the hell they're showing, but
Who did do you remember that show back when we were growing up? It was like best damn sports show period.
I remember. I didn't watch it though, but
Who was
I
on there? It
remember the name.
was I forget who was on there. It was like best damn sports show series period. It was I forget. It was I thought it was for some reason I want to say it was Harlan, but I don't think it was. It was some goofy looking dude that does basketball or he used to do it. OG's pulling it
John
up.
Sally. I just looked it up. John Sally.
Maybe. I don't know what he was, but I remember that show, and they would always show. I don't know why I thought of this one right now. Was just kind of it was a it's a little mind fuckery on my mind, just because you think about shows that you used to watch when you were younger, right? And that
Yeah,
show was
hella.
probably old when that show was pretty much going out of business, damn near. When we were watching it, it was pretty much probably old at that point.
Yeah, no, no, I know, 100%. There's a bunch of stuff I watch now, or like I remember back in the day, and the hosts are either old as shit or dead. So that's like crazy to think, growing up on that shit.
Michael who? Michael Urban?
Like the receiver.
Oh, Irvin. Okay, I just said Urban. I was like, who the hell's Michael Urban? I'm sitting here going,
Yeah.
Michael Urban. I don't know, some white dude. I don't know who the hell that is. Shit. But yeah, man, you think about it. Like, do you think about all the shows we used to watch? I mean, okay, think about this one. You remember
Yeah.
for a video game, you had Madden NFL Pro 2002. Peyton Manning was on the cover.
Yep. Yeah, I remember. I remember
Okay,
NFL Street too. I remember all these. Yeah, yeah.
What was it? Madden NFL Pro. I want to look at this. NFL Pro 2002. He was on the cover, I believe. This one's a no. This is EA Sports Madden. It was something different than that. It wasn't EA Sports
Was
Madden.
it
It was
2K?
maybe it was when was It was Peyton Manning on the cover.
A Madden?
I don't know if maybe it wasn't Madden. That's the crazy part.
I,
Dante
yeah,
Culp. I know Dante Culper was on that one, but let's see. Let's look up NFL Xbox game. Peyton Manning. Let's see. I'll check this one out because NFL Fever. NFL Fever. Remember NFL Fever?
I did not play NFL Fever.
NFL
Was it
Fever was
fire?
on Xbox.
That shit wasn't better than NFL Street. See, I remember like NFL Street. I remember the straight OGs, but I'm sure this was cool too.
Oh no, I remember NFL I remember NFL Street too when you play on like the beach and the bros would like
Yep.
just smack the shit out of each other and the guys would go flying and that stuff. That's like when okay, do you remember that's just like that one song I never forget. It comes from NBA Street Volume 2 where it goes I forget it. I forget how it goes. OG will look it up. But that game was crazy because you're sitting there going, all right, and look, check out NBA Street Volume 2 theme song. Let's try it like that.
That shit was OG as
I actually
well.
have it on my phone actually of the song, and it's actually a good song. If you heard it, you'd be like, "Oh yeah, I know that." Let's see, NBA. What was it? NBA Street Volume 2. Hold on, we got this
I
one.
got NBA Street Volume 2, Pete Rock and CL Smooth, Troy.
Let's see. We'll look up the songs. Hold on. Let's see. I know we're gonna get this
My
one. It's
man.
gonna be once you know it. Oh, Live on Stage. You know that song. Live on Stage remix by Dilated Peoples featuring Talib Kweli. You know that song. He's gonna get a little snippet of it. I know it.
My man's about to get
Is he gonna be able to hear
copyrighted.
it? All right, this song, man. Live on. You know that song. Live on Stage.
I do not know that song. I feel like it's in the wrong cadence, and you're not really. You might not know the lyrics, but possibly.
Did
You
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 hear
might
that
have
at
to
all?
play it. Do you have a snippet?
Did you hear it? We played it.
I
He can't hear it.
no.
Okay,
Yeah,
well he
that's
played
a
it.
bummer.
It was like a dunna 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 live on stage.
No.
All right, when we get off later, I'm telling you right now, you look up live on stage remix Dilated Peoples featuring Talib Kweli. I'm telling you, you're gonna hear it's gonna bring it back to you.
For sure. Maybe I'll just pop in NFL Street after the pod anyway. So
They had, dude. I'm looking at like for NBA Street Volume 2. They had Nelly playing "Not in My
Yeah.
House." They had Nate
Yeah.
Dogg. They had Redman. They had MC Lytle, man. Lighty.
Light. My man
Light?
said MC Lighty. Yeah, Light.
Yeah, Light. Yeah, then they had Benzino. They had Pete Rock and CL Smooth. They Reminisce Over You. You know that one.
Bro, I don't know any of these songs. I'm not even gonna lie to you, bro. This was like a whole 20 years ago, bro. I was damn near just born when this game came out, and this music. But I guess if I heard it, I might remember because I still am an OG. But I remember I used to play NFL Street. I don't know if you ever used to play NFL 2K.
What are you doing
That's
with your
damn near
camera
probably
over
the
there,
best
man?
football game. Oh shit!
Where are you
shit.
covering your fingers over and stuff? You know we're going
Yeah.
live on Facebook. You know we're going live on everywhere right now. We're on Instagram
people-
Live.
People can act. We're on Instagram Live.
No. But he's sitting there going, oh shit, we're going on Instagram Live. We don't know what to do.
I was like, what the fuck? I was about to have to go real quick. All right, that would be some shit you would do. Is like, yo, I'm just like casting the pod everywhere. Like, you are, yeah, Instagram Live, Twitch, it's everywhere right now, bro. So,
All right, that's the overall goal, right? That's the overall goal. All right, you know the song by Childish Gambino, "This Is America"?
yes, I do. Good song, good video.
So I remember we had a class about or I had the class this semester. I still have it now, but the beginning of the semester, there was like the second weekend, and we sat down and we analyzed the video itself. And I remember we were analyzing it, and I did not know how in depth of an analyze that you could get into a music video because I'm sitting there like, yeah, this shit's hard. I'm sitting there going, yeah, this is a good song. Like I'm gonna put this on my iPhone like when I got out of this class, right? Like this is good. And then they started diving deep into it. They started talking about how he's dressed, why he has his shirt off, how they're dressed, the older cars, the overall like upbringing of the video, and I never realized that there was such a deeper meaning behind some of these music videos.
Yeah, that's damn near in like every video, right? Like, it's just deeper than what the surface is like portraying. There's always a message, and even throughout the song, right? Like, it's normally like portraying like a story they were trying to tell throughout the song, or something that intertwines with like the song's messaging. So it's crazy, right? Like, it's just like any movie, any TV show, like any video you see, right, where there was a bunch of writers and directors, right? There's something behind it. So that video was amazing because I definitely did watch like a deep dive on that video, and everything meant something to the way he even was dancing and moving throughout the whole video. So it's crazy to think about, but yeah, I could rant on and on about this shit.
Get it,
But
ran it,
it
man,
was
ran it.
very
What else you
interesting.
got? Hit me with it. Come on, this is the best part right here. This is all you. I want to hear it all from you right now.
No, I haven't seen the video in a while, so I can't go to a deep dive. But like they touched on everything from like I believe like systemic racism to gun violence, to I guess Black Lives Matter. Like there was just a bunch of things that mattered, and that was shown in that video. So it was great. But most of Childish Gambino's work, right, is like amazing. I don't know if you ever seen the show Atlanta, but that's amazing. It's the script is amazing, the acting is amazing, the storyline is great. Everything about that show is top notch, to be honest. So I'm hyped for that. But he's a creative dude with a creative mind, and always gets his points across very creatively. So I always respect that for sure. So
No, no, I like that. I mean, I keep looking at that red hat that's on your head, and I can't see the top of it, and I keep thinking it's like Make America Great Again, or like Trump 2020, no more bullshit.
no. This is hopefully not. I hope no one thinks that. You might be getting canceled soon, but no, it's a Seattle Washington hat that I got. So I obviously I got like an afro right now, so I got to wear a hat to cover that up. So
Yeah, yeah. So I do. I wanted to ask you. There's a couple of things I that's why I normally kind of keep it. It's funny. So normally I kind of do like an outline or something like that to kind of keep the other speaker kind of into it and kind of understanding what the hell's going on, right? And
yeah,
I said,
yeah,
you know what? Fuck that. I got Chris on again. This bro been on like 12, 15 times plus. We ain't doing an outline. There's no reason for that one, right? So
yeah,
I want to ask you a few things, right? Answer how you'd
yeah, yeah.
like. Decline to answer. Do whatever you want to do. All right, here we go. You ready? It's not that deep either. But okay, so you know how when Hillary Clinton was running for president and Trump was running against him or against her.
Yeah, yeah,
And when that was happening and we were voting and the people were voting, they claimed voter fraud in favor of Trump, right? They said there's fraud on Trump's side of the stuff, right? There was a big thing on it. Not that big this year, right? Because they weren't as I mean, I don't think that Hillary Clinton and the people that voted for Hillary Clinton were as vocal, I think, as I think people are now today, 4 years later, which is crazy to think.
Well, yeah,
But
yeah, that, but it's also was super prevalent, right? Where due to coronavirus, a bunch of people mailed in like their ballots and stuff, right? Compared to 2016, when majority of people went to the polls and voted. So it was a lot more people, right, that voted and sent their ballots in because of the circumstances we're in now. So that's probably has to do with that, as far as more people in an uproar, or it just being more prevalent to the election this year.
so do you think that there is even a slim chance that we might see the I forget his middle name. It was a bit better if I knew his middle name, but is there a chance that we see Mr. Donald back in office again because they find some sketchy shit?
No, no, no. I don't think they will. I don't know, but according to my Instagram and a couple of people I follow, like you never know. But no, there's literally no chance at all that he's president. I mean, it's basically over. I seen a. I mean, he doesn't really have that many avenues. I've seen a lot of states that also recounted votes, like just to confirm, and a lot of different courts shoot some of the shit down. So, I don't think so. We won't be seeing him as president. He'll be out in January. So, I know that's a disappointment to a lot, and a lot of people thinks it's a bunch of fraud going on. So, obviously you see a bunch of videos online for both sides to make a case that sketchy shit's going on, but for the grand on the grand scheme level, the overwhelming majority ballots and everything was counted correctly and fairly, and there was really nothing crazy going on, right? So, if you ask me.
The normal. That's probably about the normal amount of, you know, sketchiness, I guess you could say, right?
Yeah, yeah, it wasn't anything that could like change the balance of the election or just change um, any of the results really in a major way. So
All right, so now this is the one where you can either decline to respond or you can go for it if you'd like, as much as you'd like.
yeah,
So I know you work for something, right? I won't say what until you say that's okay, we can talk about it. But are you able to go into what you do? Because I'm not going to lie, you may have told me a couple of times, and I still don't understand what you do or
yeah,
what you work for.
I don't really mind. It's not even secretive or anything like that. But I'm basically like a PAC fundraiser, right, for like members, like Dem members, and I work with about five. I won't name them, but I work with like five of them, and essentially we just like raise money from big corporations and like labors and trade associations for the member. So it's a bunch of like coordinating like meetings with the member staff and the member different things. But it's nothing like super crazy, to
So
be honest.
do you like are these people like representatives or are they congressmen or are they
Yeah,
just kind of
yeah,
like
they're
trying to get
reps.
there?
They're reps. So I work with my rep back from my hometown. She's really cool, and it's just different reps around the country. Like I work with people from someone from Alabama, Wisconsin, California, Pennsylvania, and Washington, and they're super super cool and chill. Except one, so I won't name the name, but yeah, it's pretty chill. I don't mind it too much, and it's cool, right? And I used to be able to eat for free some really good places and go around and network and stuff. So it's not the worst thing ever, to be honest.
So okay, so obviously now where you're almost all, I mean, you are all online, right? I mean, so before when because you were in DC the entire time, did you meet with all these people from all these other states in DC or was those even over virtual as well?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's in DC, right? Like they're in DC. Like they come to our office. Like we see them each person probably a couple times a week. I still see them now a couple times a week, just virtually and communicate with them. So, and then most of the people that they communicate with is just like DC representatives and lobbyists. So it didn't really change much. I mean, really, like I guess working remotely allowed people from different areas to meet with them easier, right? So um, it's pretty cool. It didn't really change much, right? Like I do everything I was doing before, except just online without eating at like the nice restaurants and all that. But could be worse.
Yeah, so that's why I always thought you were a lobbyist. I remember I was being like, yeah, he's what does he do? What's Chris do for job now? I was like, yeah, he's a lobbyist or something like that. I don't know.
No, I wish. Listen, it's not like I'm grinding out, but them bros don't be grinding at all. They just go to a bunch of these different restaurants and stuff. So maybe one day.
So okay, so is your business that you work for, is it a private company then technically?
Yeah, yeah, it is. It is.
Okay, so
It's
it's not government run. So you can like you have to be nice. Like if you're an asshole, they'll fire you.
Yeah, but I mean, everyone's pretty nice, right? Like the members I work with are nice. The lobbyists are nice. So, most each person has to appease to the side for a reason, right? Like, so everyone's pretty nice, and it's a lot of respect going on, and people are wanting to help you. And yeah, it's a good way to build up your network for sure. So,
Yeah. It's always just interesting to hear what people were thinking about it because I mean we were talking about it like I texted you guys last night and we are talking about it a little bit earlier. I've been sitting there looking at some of these some of the job markets that have been popping up. Just through. So I mean I would love to get into it now just because I can put this part into my resume right here. This part I talk about. So, we find I found NBC Sports. There was an internship in 2021. It was based out of LA, but you work remotely through Phoenix. So you
Yeah.
would do everything at home, whatever else. So that was kind of a big one that kind of popped out to me in the spring. And then a couple other ones too. They popped up where they said, "Yo, we have you heard of Nexstar before?"
Um, it sounds familiar. What do they do?
Nexstar is what was Nexstar?
Is it like the telecommunications
Yeah, it
company?
was. It's
Or
like they run. I know they run TV company. They're a large TV company, but I forget what they're really called or what they're really all about. I was looking at it yesterday. Now I feel dumb bringing it up.
are
Was
you
it?
thinking about working there or something?
Yeah, so they it popped up for them in Hawaii actually. They a couple of job popped up for there, and those were a little tougher because they popped up, and I said, yeah, all right, cool. This looks cool. This looks cool, but who the hell knows? I mean, you probably go in day one. They're like, yeah, you got to go get a COVID test and some coffee for all of us or something. Like, I
Sure.
mean,
I mean, listen. Someone once told me everyone. I mean, I guess a bunch of people said this, but everyone has to start somewhere. So it wouldn't be the worst, right? Like the main thing now, like working early, is probably like just building a network and gaining some type of experience. So it wouldn't be like the worst thing ever, right? If you had to do that stuff, or if you had to intern somewhere and do some garbage, like who cares? You're super young, right? At the end of the day, you're just trying to make a name for yourself and get your foot in the door. So it's not like a huge thing. Obviously, it's not ideal, but wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. You should, I mean, anything I feel like you're interested in, you should definitely hit them up. I mean, what's the worst that can happen? They don't get back to you. They don't hit you back. I mean, there's thousands of companies. You only really need one, right, to want to give you a job. So, I mean, that's how I look at it because obviously the job search can be super long and frustrating, but at the end of the day, you only need one, right? Like it's not rocket science. You only need one company to like you, and there's thousands of openings around the country. So
all right. So here, OG's got the next star. What it is? It's a Next Star Media Group.
Yeah, so Nexstar Media Group is a publicly traded American telecommunications company with the headquarters office in Irving, Texas, New York City, and Chicago. The company is the largest television station owner in the United States, owning 197 television stations across the U.S.
Woo! Shit,
there we go. Yeah,
big
you
name
should hit
company.
them up.
That shit would be nice.
You should send them a clip of Life Parlay. See what they say.
They're gonna be
Maybe
like,
they'll pick you
yeah,
up.
we really like that guy. We really like OG's voice when he talked about our company. I go,
Yeah.
that's not me though. That's not me.
Well, no, the kid on there looks like Dave Portnoy. We might have something there.
We
So,
got Dave Portnoy, Wayne Brady, and Aaron Rodgers, ugly brother.
yeah, OG really does. Yeah, not only does the bro look like Aaron Rodgers, but he also sounds like Aaron Rodgers. Like I was listening to Aaron Rodgers on Instagram the other day, and I was like, "Is this OG?" So
Oh
you
man,
could do a whole look-alike thing, which is good. But you should definitely like hit them up and check. I don't know if you would like to live in Hawaii or the different things you have to do before you travel there due to COVID. But
yeah. I mean, that's the same
you
thing
should
with
look it
when I
up.
told you about the Australia one too that I saw popping up. So it was local. So it was like Brisbane, Sydney. There was a couple other little places that kept popping up, and they're all small towns that they're cities, I guess, in Australia, but I've never heard of them. Right? I don't know much
Right.
about Australia. I've heard of
Yeah.
Brisbane and Sydney.
When you said that, I honestly thought you were either high or drunk. But like, you should actually really like hammer it down and get your resume ready and cover letter and send it in. I mean, it would just be cool, right, to go somewhere else and just to explore. Like I said, you're young, so you got nothing but time. So you should definitely look around. I'm sure there's like plenty of opportunities. So
Shit,
you
think
should be
about it,
able to
man.
find a
Think
job.
about it this. Think about it this way. If a teacher can go across like the pond and going to like Africa and teach a bunch of kids, why can't I go to Australia and talk some shit about some rugby or something?
Exactly. I mean, listen, I think about it like this. There's a bunch of incompetent people with a job in a field that you want, right? Like, so why can't you do it, right? Like, it makes no sense. There's hella stupid people and people that don't even do any work, right? With the position you want. So there's no reason why you shouldn't be able to obtain the same position. So I mean, honestly, maybe you might need more experience or need to network and meet the right people. But at the end of the day, if you're willing to put in the work, like I used to cold email places, which is pretty nuts
Ooh,
now to think
cold
about it because
email.
it was
That's
not.
a tougher
Yeah,
one.
no, that's just not even tough, bro. Because like, what's the worst that could happen? They don't respond. Like shit. Like I honestly, the majority of them wouldn't respond, but all I needed was like a few to respond to set up a call with and to get to a chance to meet, and they might be able to help me. Like that's how I got my job in Arizona, and that's actually how I got a job at the company I'm now. Like I cold emailed them, to be honest. So, I mean, I think it all fails. Why not cold email? Try to set up some meetings and talk to people. Like I don't know. It's just easy and it just doesn't require any effort or anything like that. So
So okay, we, I when I hit you up the other day, and sorry, I didn't mean to knock you off of that one, but you are right. Sure,
no,
I'll
you're
go
good.
back to that. You are right. I mean, it doesn't hurt for me to pretty much take my resume, and as long as that shit ain't costing me money to send it out to someone, right? You know how like when school, when you have to like do apply, like apply to some schools, you have to like pay for it or something. I don't think
Yeah.
that's what it's like for most of these businesses. I think it's probably free. It's just if they see it, right? If your name pops out. So I'm gonna
It,
toss in maybe on a couple of them. I'll toss in like a little cover photo, like a
yeah,
little Joey
yeah.
Tribbiani from Friends. I'm gonna be sitting there like with the mic like this, going like look off into the distance. They'll be like,
my
"Yo,
my
you high?"
man's
I'd be like,
cover shop.
"Nah, high on life."
All right. Well, I'm gonna have to advise against that. But like, you do what floats your boat. Again, you do look like Dave Portnoy, so you never know. That might take you somewhere. So
So, oh, I don't know. I mean, maybe. But okay. So speaking of Dave Portnoy, I wanted to bring to you and see. I kind of wanted to pick your brain a little bit on the stock market. I feel like that was the first betting thing that we did this year. I felt like you hit it hard this year, like unlike you normally do, right?
yeah, I wish I hit it. That's no overstatement. I try. I just did. I don't know. Invest in a few companies. I'm not even an expert to be honest. I just invested in a few companies, left it there, and then I really just enjoyed the company or learned about the company DraftKings. So that's how I ended up loving DraftKings. So
Did you start with DraftKings when they were just the pick'em, like the fantasy?
no, so they basically they went public through a SPAC like maybe in March. So they already had their sports betting department set up
Fix
and
your camera.
everything.
Fix your camera.
Oh, sorry, sorry,
Oh yeah,
sorry. They
there it is.
already had
Nice.
their
There it is.
they
Better.
already had their sports betting and everything set up. But I basically invested. My first investment, I only bought like 20 shares at like $25 a share. And then I just did more research and I felt like I understood a lot more since I enjoy sports and I enjoy betting at the same time. And I really could see the potential the company had, and not even the company, but the sector in general. So that really got me interested. So I just did a bunch of research. And then from there, I just bought some every time it dipped. I hope to buy more. I only have 140 at the moment, so but I definitely hope to buy more when it dips again. I think it's in the 50s now, but it's just a good company. I don't really have advice on what companies or what sectors to look at in regards to the stock market, but I would just say like obviously just make sure you do your due diligence and your research and you understand what the company's doing. You look at like their balance sheet and you as I said, just do research and know what you're getting yourself into rather than just listening to somebody on the internet or something like that.
So I was looking it up right now. DraftKings was established in 2012. The creators were former Vistaprint employees. Okay, Vistaprint, where you can go in and get anything printed. Right, that's pretty
Yes,
much
sir.
what they're
Yep.
known for. It says right here they operated out of one of the guys' house, and then their first product was a one-on-one baseball competition in 2012 opening day. The company announces first outside funding of 1.4 million by Cambridge-based venture firm, and then April 2013, the MLB invested a huge amount into DraftKings. 2013, they received another 24 million for through a bunch of shit that I don't understand when I'm reading. And then 2014 February, the company awarded $50 million in prizes to 2013 players in weekly fantasy football, daily fantasy baseball, daily fantasy basketball, and hockey. So I remember the daily fantasy baseball was, excuse me, it was, you could pick if there's going to be a strike, if there's going to be a ball, if there's going to be a ground out, if there's a fly out. That's what they had in the very beginning. And that was cool because I don't remember how the money worked because that's 2014, so I was a junior in high school at the time. But I remember my old man sitting there playing with it and then going, "Yeah, it's gonna be a ball. It's a strike. Damn, it's gonna be a foul ball. It's a line out." You know what I mean? So you're sitting there, and I don't think you were betting that much money either.
No, no. I actually when I actually started gambling, because I actually did play like daily fantasy sports or whatever. Like I dabbled, but I would really use like offshore betting site called Bovada. But yeah, they basically initially was just a daily fantasy sports company, right? And then I guess they seen uh, where the country was going because it obviously the sports bill betting bill passed a few years ago, which made it federally legal and up to the states. And I think essentially they knew that was coming, so they started getting them and FanDuel basically got all their operations and business in order to be able to start running sports books. And from that point, it just has taken off. We even had on November 8th a few more states, right, like pass sports betting as legal in their states, which is amazing. It's just crazy, right, to see how far it has come. And if you actually do your research and you see the last few months, the most, I guess, the total wagered around the country has basically set a record in each of the past, what, 2 or 3 months, which is amazing. So you just see the trend and you see where all this is going. You see it incorporated in Sports Center, ESPN, different sports shows. Like, it's just amazing. And it has a it just has a long way to go in regards to growth and potential and other ventures with sports betting. So I'm excited to check that out and just see as well, because I think one day you'll be able to bet sports in stadiums while watching the game, and there'll be certain books inside arenas. So that'll be awesome to see for sure.
Oh, I mean, you tell me that wouldn't be awesome to do to sit at a game and I mean, almost in a sense, okay, where William Hill had it when we were in Vegas. We talked about this before, where you can do it all virtually, right? So in
Right.
a sense, where you can almost go to a game and between quarters, you can run off to the sports book inside the stadium and there's machines everywhere, damn near everywhere. There's not long lines going shit, 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 shit. We got 4 minutes before the next quarter starts here, and get to that point where you can go, boom, I'm gonna run up, I'm gonna put in $100 on my team to cover this game right here, at this point.
Right. Right. I mean, we even seen it in DC where there's a sports book inside Capital One Arena where the uh, the Wizards and the hockey team plays the goddamn
Capitals,
Washington Capitals.
Capitals.
So yeah, so it's crazy to see. It again, there's just so much more room, right, for growth just because it is legal in about half the states. So we still got another 20, 25 states, right, where it will be legal, and a bunch of states that'll be looking for extra revenue because of COVID and a bunch of money they lost during the pandemic. So I just think, this is the big thing, and I would obviously advise anyone to do your research and to find a company you like, because I think it's going to be huge. So why not, have a horse in the race? So
So I bought a couple more shares of a couple more companies here. Get ready for this one. So Hexo is a Canadian marijuana company.
yeah,
They are in talks right now with Colorado. They are more in the sense of adult cannabis and CBD drinks, adult drinks. So to have alcohol-based drinks almost where they have CBD in them, stuff like that. So I bought them, I believe. Let's see. I think this always shows it. Doesn't. Oh, okay, I bought them at 76 cents. They're a penny stock, and they're at 88 cents now, and they've been. I mean, they skyrocketed. I mean, today alone they were up 10%, damn near. They're a
yeah,
company that's been kind of going. They've been kind of going like this, and then going up and then down, and then they kind of drop below. Their RSI is kind of low, and then their RSA gets really high, and then they get way up there. Like today, 88 cents. I mean, after hours, they're up another 2%, right? Great,
right.
fantastic. What does that mean? Nothing for me yet, right? It's when I get to see it where it says 100%, and I'm going, oh, I wish I would have invested more, because I mean, it's 88 cents for a it's for one share of this company, but so I added a couple more shares of that. When I bought them originally at 76 cents, I bought another bulk of them the other day, like another 8 or 9 of them when they were at, I think, 79 cents or 80 cents. I think they're at 81. 81. So, I mean, I've made a good gain on them so far. I mean, obviously not many shares. Do you know the Express? Express? It's the clothing company.
Yeah,
So, I invested in them. I did 7 shares at $1.50 a share or something like that. I think it was. They're at $1.64 now, so I've made a little on them, but not much. I'm kind of struggling with them. And I mean, I've got a total return of 9%, which isn't that great. And the best part is on this one, it says the this list is based. This is what it says on Robinhood, right? I use Robinhood still, just because I'm not spending thousands of dollars right now. I would, and if I was, I would go on to, you know, what's like those two big ones? What are the two? What was those two apps? Charles Schwab and what's the other one? It's investing. What was it? E Trade. E Trade. E Trade. So that, I mean, obviously, if I start spending more money, I'll do that. But it's funny. So it says people also know. It says this list is based on the portfolios of people on Robinhood who own Express. It's not an investment recommendation. I saw that. I said, boom, I gotta get it. Why not?
yeah. Did you do research, or you just like, nah, this
Yeah,
just
I saw
sounds
them
good?
pop up. Like when you type in on Google and you're like, oh, let's check out what's going on with some penny stocks here. Found them.
Yeah.
They were in talks of almost going bankrupt last year or something weird, or it was something. They're on the brink of something, and then they started doing well again. And their what their stock is actually worth and what I'm paying is almost dead even. So it's not that
Okay.
great of a value for the stock. But like Hexo was a great price because they were valued at 80 cents or 79 cents, and they're at 88 cents right now. And I got them back when they're at 68 or then 76 again for the second time. So they're a big one too. And then Afria, I recommend Afria. Afria was a one that was brought to my attention through my brother-in-law.
Yeah, I know.
They're
I invested in them. I know them. I
okay.
invested for a short period.
Yeah, so Afria's. Let's see. Yeah, so they're a. I forget where are they coming out of. Are they Canada as well? No, I don't think so.
They're weed,
Yeah, they're
right?
weed, but are
Like
they are they're out of the U.S. though, right?
no, I believe they're Canadian. I'm pretty sure because I think I invested in like very briefly for like maybe like a month. This is like during like the initial like weed boom when Aurora Cannabis I remember shot up because their earnings was like amazing and people's like yeah bro like obviously people are just gonna smoke weed and it's gonna help everyone's like psyche when they're just locked up in COVID. But I think when I did research in them and I they had a really good balance sheet, and I think the thing I liked they basically like was showing growth for every quarter. So I was like, you know what, I'll take a spin on here because this one's getting overlooked. It didn't do anything crazy. I honestly probably only made like $200 off of it, but it was a decent company. I could have done more research in it, but it was more so like a short term thing, and I tried to capitalize on just like the weed boom at that moment. So I know a bunch of weed companies also had a good period of time when Joe Biden got elected as well, and a lot of people have a an optimistic outlook on the whole industry because supposedly they're going to decriminalize marijuana so federally. So
That would be. I still am a firm believer, Chris, that we are gonna get gambling fully legal in this country before marijuana.
yeah. I think it's a little easier, especially and gambling is like steps ahead of marijuana. But I don't know. I'm not too well versed in marijuana and what's going to become legal or not. Again, I did a lot more research on gambling, so I'm more comfortable talking about that confidently. But you never know. Again, like states did lose a bunch of money and are in the red, so they'll be looking to make money any way possible. And weed does have people view weed a lot differently now than they did back in the day. So I wouldn't be too surprised, right? Like to see it decriminalized and see people smoking weed because like I live in DC, it's legal and people just smoke weed on the streets. Like no. I don't think crime went up because of it. I actually think all drugs should be decriminalized, but that's another topic for another day. So, but yeah, we'll see. I wouldn't be too surprised, right? Like if we did see weed decriminalized everywhere. So
It's a weird one because when we were in Vegas, you could smell it everywhere. Arizona,
right.
I've started smelling it more too. And what the funny thing is, I think it was the overall taboo, I guess, of the actual, I guess, just not be able to get it. What do you got over there? You're covering your camera up again? What you doing over there?
No. Sorry, my phone was about to die. So
What do you got to do? You got to plug it in over there?
I already have a pin. We're good. We're good. Go ahead. Keep going.
All right. I'm just making sure you're all right over there. I don't want you struggling or anything like that. Oh, there it is. Ooh, what's he got? Nice clicking the screen again. Now he froze a little bit. Nice looking at the screen again.
No. My bad. My bad. You know. Go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead. Keep talking.
Yeah, I gotta
You're
give you a
good.
hard time a little
I was
bit,
trying to do it like
but
pretty
I got
slick, but yeah, we good.
so okay. But I remember when we were younger, I would get to a certain point where I would sit there and go, "Weed, man. Yeah, let's get our hands on that stuff, man. Like let's smoke it, man. Yeah, like one of those moments, right?" And
Mhm.
then as time progressed and it became started becoming legalized everywhere, it I lost my interest in it 100%. I don't smoke anymore at all. I just haven't gotten to that point where I lost it lost its fun to me and my own. I mean, also probably too. I probably had a couple of times bad stints where I probably had too many edibles in like one night, and I probably was sitting there drooling and thought I was gonna die or something. I'm sure that's probably what happened once or twice, and I'm sure
Yeah.
that's probably what really set it off for me. But in a sense, too, it hit me too, where I went, do I really need it? Is this something that I really want? Is this something I want to spend my money on? I mean, it's kind of expensive.
Yeah. I mean, I think I went through that too, right? Like just smoked like so much that almost like smoked out. Also, it was like somewhat expensive, and I was like, you know what, I could do something more productive or spend this money doing something else. After a while, it just was like not fun because I would just always be high, and I guess my tolerance was like super high. Like, oh yeah, bro, you're stoner, but yeah, it was just like I don't know. I just didn't have the joy I did when I first started smoking. So I think that's a big thing. And I think it's like a phase, right, that you were going through, right? Like even trying out different drugs and everything, right? Like that's not something you'll probably end up doing in a couple months or tomorrow, right? Like it's just like a phase that you went through. Some people enjoy smoking and they'll smoke their life, and some people it was just like a short stint thing and they're not really into it. So I know I did smoke a couple weeks ago, and I'll smoke here or there, but it's not like I'm getting high all the time or anything like that. But I also don't really see anything wrong with legalizing or decriminalizing weed because I think it's pretty mild compared to a lot of other drugs or a lot of other things that are legal. So
Yeah, it's weird because I've known a lot of people that when they drink, they build up this tolerance almost in a sense, right? They build up this tolerance where shit. In a week, I've built up a disgusting tolerance where, last weekend was a bender. When I say a bender, it was a definition of a bender. OG, can you get into that at all?
Yeah, we drank a lot.
Okay.
Like a lot, a lot.
Oh, we drank Thursday night when I got in, and we weren't supposed to drink too much. We drank a lot anyways. Then we did Friday, and then Saturday. Then Sunday was the birthday. And that morning was like one of those rough ones where you're going like, we gotta drive 45 minutes, and he's sitting there telling me, going, you can take a shot or something. I go, yeah, just give me a little bit. Give me a 45-minute drive. But it's too much. It's too much.
yeah, yeah. They say everything's good in moderation. So, but even something like alcohol, right, which might be more detrimental to your body, is legal, and anyone can go get alcohol over the age of 21. So I foresee something like that when it comes to marijuana as well. Even though I will say I did order some weed from DC, and that shit was hell expensive, bro. It was like a $20 delivery fee. It didn't make any sense. Like it was crazy. So, but
Well, that's
yeah,
like that's like when I was in California, right? I went to California. Um, she will maybe stay unnamed. She ain't listening to this podcast no more. I don't know if she ever did. That's where a falling out happened, right? I would say that's the falling out right there. The fact that you didn't support me, she supported me in the sense where you should start a podcast. I'll give her that credit. She gave me the support in the very beginning and said you should start a podcast because you talk way too much and I don't want to hear you talk anymore. I get that. I appreciate that. But the back burner kicker in the nuts. And when I say that, she's behind me and I'm walking forward and all of a sudden it's just like a little kick in the back of the balls, okay? That's how I picture that. It doesn't feel good. It doesn't look good, okay? She don't listen to it. I know she don't listen to it. But when I was there on that trip, seeing, love of my life, going, yeah, I got a chance still. One of those moments in life. No chance whatsoever. And I'm glad that chance never happened, actually, in a sense. But anyways, moving forward. So we're sitting there, I'm buying weed on the phone. I got the weed maps, and it's a delivery. And I didn't know going into it if I should tip the bro because it's kind of like a pizza delivery, right? You ordered food, and you usually tip the bro, then they come deliver it. But I'm spending $95 on like 4 things that is gonna get me high for like a week and a half. Do I gotta tip this bro $10 too? So I'm sitting there going, started kind of questioning it, and then I was like, the total came out to like $94. Had a crisp $100 bill. I said, nah, here's $100. That's all you get, man. You get $6 for a delivery fee, and I had to actually go outside in the parking lot and pick it up too. So I shouldn't even give him anything.
Bro, you better than me. I didn't tip the bro at all. I'm like, dog, the delivery fee is $20. I'm sure if your tip is not included in this price, then you need to be talking to the company or something. Because listen, after spending $20 for delivery fee, I cannot afford to tip you. Like that just wouldn't even make sense to tip you. So, that maybe that's just me. Maybe that's harsh, but I just feel like it must be somewhere incorporated inside that $20 delivery fee. So
I don't know. It's also in the sense too. Okay, and you can be honest with this one too. I don't look at you any different because I might be on the exact same page as you, and I think we've talked about it before. I get an Uber Eats delivery. I would say about 9 times out of 10, I ain't tipping nobody.
oh, that's wild. That's actually wild. See, that's
Dog,
not
the
me. Like,
service fee, the service fee's $4.50.
no,
That's
that's
fucked
a
up.
that's a whole nother thing. Cause like I don't know how the payment structure works, but like I want to say like majority of that money does not go to them or something. So I like that's a little different because I'm like, damn, I'm not gonna penalize you because this company is overcharging me for some BS, right? Like you should still make a living and get paid compared to a weed company where I think it's incorporated inside the fee, or they're getting paid at least something close to that delivery, because I think they're hiring like a third uh party, like car service or delivery service, so you're getting paid some of that 20, I'm sure, or you damn near should be, compared to like Uber where I don't think they're
Okay, so
making
DoorDash. I
anything,
did
right?
DoorDash. I did DoorDash for a little bit, right?
Yeah.
I would get also I would be kind of mad about some of those times. So I know it's kind of like a what you call it, a double entendre, right? Almost where, or no, maybe not. I don't. That's not the word I'm looking for, but a double standard. Excuse me, double standard. I've had a couple of drinks tonight, so a double standard, and where I look at that part, I just drove 45 minutes to deliver your sandwich to Cave Creek. I got $7 from DoorDash and I got $0 from you, and I'm saying, damn, like, are you kidding me? But I look at it that way, right? I'm thinking like, damn, like I'm about to go smack some, I'm about to go kick some ass in that. I'll kick that door down, right? But it's COVID, so you don't want to do it, whatever. But I'm sitting there thinking that, and then, but because I mean, when I was doing some of those, even if you get a sandwich, right? So you get a sandwich, a drink, and a cookie or whatever it was, it's $12, $12.50. I was getting like $6 from that from DoorDash, plus their tip. So I'm getting paid. You're getting paid an hour by or per like delivery by DoorDash. So I'm guessing
Right.
they're from that service fee that is like that. I'm guessing they're getting a good chunk of it, because obviously you have to think too. The company that uses Uber Eats or DoorDash, they're also using part of their profit from that food is going towards Uber Eats or DoorDash by themselves, or Grubhub, right? Like that money isn't like, you have to dive it down into that. You have three people that are getting paid, and the fourth person is paying, right? So I'm paying, and Uber Eats is getting money, the company's getting money, the driver's getting money, right?
Right. I I mean, I don't know. To be honest, like I just like when I would order food before, I would always tip the guy. So honestly, it was just something that must have been already ingrained in my mind because I already did that. So I just thought it was the right thing to do. Granted, I probably didn't make any sense when I was describing why I did not tip the weed delivery guy. I just didn't tip the bro because it was $20 to get it delivered, and that was expensive as shit. And I was like, you know what? I only have about like $40 in cash on me, so I'm not gonna go run and get cash to tip this bro or anything because
I know you. I
fuck
know
it.
you. I know you are not, or I know you're not tipping on those Uber drives, though, are you? When you're sitting in that back seat.
You said, oh, no, 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 I don't tip my Uber. Yeah, yeah. It's weird because, like, I was talking to Jacob and he's like, yo, bro, you don't tip your Uber or Lyft drivers? I'm like, bro, I never tip the motherfuckers because, like, I don't know. Shit, I don't know. I just catch Uber so much. I'm like, bro, I'm not spending an extra, like, $3 on these bros. Like, that would be, like, an extra, like, yeah. I just don't. It's probably fucked up, to be honest, but, at the same it is what it is. I was gonna say something, but it doesn't matter. It is what it is. So you know what I mean. I feel like listen, you're already getting enough money for driving me somewhere. So that's just me though. Maybe that's fucked up, but that's just
I
me.
don't know.
That's how I
OG
think
sitting
about
over
it.
here making faces the entire time. All I gotta say is this: this is besides what we're talking about. Right? He's making a bunch of faces, going like, "What the fuck?" He's flipping me off and whatnot, going, "This sucks." But what I will say is, he smoked this little tobacco pen. It's like a cigar tobacco pen or something like that, because it gets a little fix inside of nicotine. And this bro was sitting there earlier, and I wanted to talk about it so bad, but we were in the middle of it all. And he's sitting there choking on like the juice that went down into his mouth and stuff, and it hit his throat. And he's sitting there going, don't know what to do.
Dude, this shit was horrible.
He was sitting
So
there.
bad.
All of a sudden, he took a big sip of bourbon, and then he put the thing to the side behind the cup to hide it, right? He hid it from himself. So he's like, I'm not going to touch that. And then as soon as I brought it back up, he grabbed it again. So he's going to hit it at least one more time before it's over here, where he's sitting there going, and then going, oh.
Yeah, listen, Arian, I actually feel you. even though that was, I don't know what, some type of tobacco juice. I actually dipped one time, and it was literally the worst experience ever. I was dizzy, like I think I swallowed some, so I wanted to gag. So I can feel that pain, bro. Dipping looks so cool, but like, bruh, that shit is disgusting as fuck. That's why I can't do it at
Yeah,
all.
that's
I never did
that's.
it again. But it
I,
does look cool. Like,
yeah, spit it out. I don't know how cool it looks, but that's why I like smoking instead.
yeah. I was tripping. So I normally like choose sunflower seeds to like simulate like that basically tobacco experience, even though it's literally not the same thing. So
Yeah, I get it. But all right, Chris. Well, we're kind of. I didn't want to go too long today because I've the last couple podcasts I've done have been way too long, and I know that I could have ran those suckers into the ground, where those guys never want to be on the show ever again. So I want to wrap this sucker up today. I think we hit some good points. You know, I like I like the stock market looks. I think that we need to in the future here get a couple bigger guys that get on there. I think we're gonna do like a 4 or 5 person one. Obviously, this will be a little tougher. I gotta make sure that my producer here can handle.
So I don't shit my pants.
Yeah, so he can handle he can handle 4 call-ins and 2 people in person, something like that. You know, something where people got to be put on mute. You know, it's damn near like stock market, you know, stock market channel or something like that. We're at Bloomberg News or something like that, and we got 5 people on the round table talking about stocks and stuff like that. I would love to get in a deep one and like that. But we you know we talked about that a little bit. We talked about the sports cards. I think the cards itself. I think it's a cool business or kind of a. I think I would almost call it a business in a sense. And I mean, for all you know, man, 3 4 years from now, you could sit there and open up a little LLC called Cris Bruce LLC or something, and you could be running like a sports book slash weed company slash alcohol distillery slash sports cards, you know, and gambling ring. You never know. Then they're
true,
gonna make a
true.
movie about you 30 years from now called Chris's Game or something like that, like Molly's Game, and you're gonna be running like an illegal poker site or something.
I will not be surprised. Like it's gonna be crazy because like in 10 years, y'all gonna like open up your phone and like go on like Fox News and you'll be like, this kid started with like a $2 card and now his collection is worth over $1 million, and it's gonna be nuts. So it's
See,
never
I
too
like
late
that.
to
See,
jump on
because
that bandwagon.
you're thinking about yourself like that in the future sense of you're thinking, going, yeah, that's where you're gonna see. I think the same way, but reverse back this way. It started somewhere on this bro's phone with some boring ass bro. It moved a little bit forward from a phone to a computer. It got to a point where you had a Spanish kid talking about his pyramid scheme and a Jew just hanging out talking about whatever he wanted to, and then you got the Polak over here talking a little bit, and boom, all of a sudden you saw him popping up on your Spotify account saying, "Yeah, he just signed a $50 million contract," and Joe Rogan going, "Bitch, I signed $100 million."
Exactly. You gotta dream big. Listen, if you don't dream big, then who is dreaming for you? I mean, no one's dreaming for you. So that's the truest thing ever. So apply to the media company or wherever you're going to. You never know. Also, yeah, you should definitely like reach out to like more people and different guests. And if you like want to talk about stocks, you obviously get somebody educated. Not like don't talk to me because I don't know shit at all. Like I don't know. I'm just ad libbing everything. But like yeah, just like research and hit somebody up, or if you want to talk about a specific area, you know what I mean, go reach out to somebody that's an expert or just knows a lot of info and different shit in the field. So
All right, all right. Well, for the listeners that are still listening, remember lifeparlay.com. Merch is up. It's in stock. Maybe. I mean, it says it's in stock. I mean, you just got to order it, then I'll get that shit in stock. No problem for you. You know, any color, any size, any logo, anything you want, you let me know. I got you. It's all got to be Life Parlay. You'll see it on all the clothing there. You'll see it's 3 different logos or 2 different logos. You pick between the two. There's also a couple different sweatshirts. You want different colors. You want different styles. You want some North Face for $120. No problem. Quarter zip. I got you. No problem. Problem. All right. OG gave me a thumbs up on that one. That means he's going to be going in for a few of those suckers. and hopefully my margin's a good flop on those North Faces. But yeah, check out the website at lifeparlay.com. The picks page will be coming up soon, where we will be getting Chris's picks, Kyle's picks, myself, and one more person's picks for football or college football or whatever else. We'll get all that going. Remember to follow us at Life Parlay 6 as well. Chris, I appreciate you coming on the show today, and I look forward to getting you back on soon. I hope for the next time we get you on that we paying you to be on the show.
Wait, what?
I hope we paying you to be on the show next time.
Yeah, listen, me and you both. We still got to talk about some of the funds you owe me from Anchor, but
Exactly. Well, I appreciate you on the show. Thanks.
yeah, thanks for having me, Kyle.